everybody. Today is Wednesday, April the 8th, and I am Miss Jo coming at you from Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. For those of you who are not my Elm Street friends and family, you probably don't know why I'm doing this video or who I am or what I do. So maybe I should, now that it's pretty far in, video number 8 or something, probably tell you why I'm doing these videos. So I am Miss Jo. I am a school counselor and behavior support teacher at Elm Street Elementary School in Summerside, Prince Edward Island. And right now, because of the coronavirus, our COVID-19, we are not at our schools, and I don't have a regular class of students like other teachers to teach right now. So this is my way of reaching out to my students and to teachers and to all students out there who I think can use some helpful strategies to help them cope with all the changes that we've been dealing with lately, and how everything is different now than it was a month ago. So I'm still working through some cards called worry cards. These are from Counselor Carrie, and it's my worry strategies. And so what we've been working on so far have been grounding strategies and mindfulness type grounding strategies. We're moving on a little bit to thinking strategies. So thinking strategies are all about your thoughts. So these are things that happen mostly inside your head. I'm going to say them out loud because you wouldn't know what I was thinking if I don't share them out loud with you. So thinking strategies, for example, we're thinking about thinking. That sounds kind of funny, thinking about thinking, but we're thinking about how our thinking works. We often think of our thoughts as something that just happen. And that is true. Sometimes thoughts just come to us, but we can also respond to our thoughts, and that helps to control them and calm them. And we can turn them around into better thoughts sometimes if we get stuck in having thoughts that are not very good for us or aren't serving us very well, are causing us to feel more stress and therefore not being good for our bodies or our brains. We can make changes to our thoughts. So one thing you can ask yourself is, what worries do you have? What worries do I have? So what kinds of things are you worrying about? If you're like, oh, I'm worried about being at home and all the changes, what exactly is it about that worries you? What are your worry thoughts? So exactly what are they? What are they telling you? So why are you worried about that thing? What do your worry thoughts want you to believe? So you can kind of answer back to your thoughts. Just because you think, oh, I'm not good at that, you can answer back to that thought and say, wait, I'm not good at that yet, but that's just because I haven't practiced it. And once we practice things, we get better at them. So, or you might say, well, I'm not that good at that, but maybe you're just being modest and you are better at that than you think. And you only need to compare yourself to who you were yesterday, how you did yesterday. You don't need to compare yourself to other people, because we're all individuals and we all have different talents and different strengths, and we all have different challenges too. So I may never be good at hockey as somebody who is practicing, because I don't play hockey very much. So because I'm not on a team and I'm not working on that all the time, I'm probably not going to get good at it because I'm not practicing. But if I wanted to, I could join a team and I could practice regularly and I could get better at it. So the thought to say I'm not good at hockey, it might be true right now, but it doesn't have to be, because it's something that I can change. So our thoughts are something that we can change as well. So a good way to do that is to track worry cycle awareness. So sometimes we have certain times of day that we're more worried, or certain times of the week or the month, or it could be when certain things happen around us, but we're not making those connections because we don't realize it. So when do your worries start sneaking in your mind? So is it something you see, something you hear, something you smell, something somebody else says or does? It's the time when your worry starts. Is at a certain time of day. What happens to start that cycle of worry? So think about what happens right before it. So if like, oh, I'm worried and it came up all of a sudden, well, what happened right before it? What did you hear or see? What happened around you in your environment? When you notice worries creeping in, write down what happened before. What triggered that worry thought? So what was the thing that brought that worry thought up and that made you think of it on that day? And the reason we track it, this is like a worry journaling or just journaling. But when we are journaling or writing down our worries and keeping track of them, it can help us figure out some patterns and make sense of them that if we never write them down, we might not figure that out. And there's different ways you can do that. You can just get a blank journal, get a journal that has a nice message on the front, something that you find hopeful or nice, and make a point to keep it near you with a pen or a pencil or whatever you like to write with. And whenever you have a worry thought, just go write down what happened before. It's quite possible that the thing that's happening before it, you may never have thought that was the thing that was causing you to worry. If it's something someone's saying or doing, maybe you could talk to them about it and let them know, I've been tracking my worries and I notice that when you say or I feel worried about this. So that's one way that you can do it. All right, my friends and family, thank you very much. I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.